In this lesson, we're going to be looking at the basic 12-bar blues structure. But before we go on, I just want to say if you're not already following this lesson on jamtrackers.com, then head over there for a more immersive learning experience where lessons are accompanied with chord charts, blogs, jam tracks, YouTube play-alongs, tools, and more. All of these resources are found directly within the learning environment. All right, let's get started. What is the 12-bar blues? Well, the 12-bar blues is a musical structure commonly used in blues music and has influenced many other genres like rock, jazz, and pop. It is named for its 12 measure or 12-bar length, which is repeated throughout the song. And this format provides a framework for melodies, improvisations, and lyrics. The key takeaway from that overly long definition is that the 12-bar blues is a musical structure that provides musicians with a framework of what to play. The idea is that you can go up to musicians who you've never met before and say, let's play a 12-bar blues in the key of whatever. And if all of the other musicians are familiar with the 12-bar blues structure, then everybody will know what to play right away without having to do any sort of prior coordination. 12-bar blues structure is really quite simple whenever you break it down. There are only 3 chords that really need to be played over 12 bars. So as mentioned in the definition, the 12-bar blues is named because it has 12 bars or 12 measures. And again, throughout these 12 bars, there are really only 3 chords that you need to play. So what are those 3 chords? Well, the answer is not as easy as saying A, G, and D. The answer is based on the key that you're playing. So the first thing to do is to define with the other musicians what key you are playing in. Now, standard major and minor keys contain 7 notes within the scale. You can see I've put them in Roman numerals here because we are speaking generically. We haven't yet identified the keys, so we have 7 Roman numerals indicating the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh notes in the scale. Now, in the 12-bar blues, the only chords that you're going to play, or that you're going to have to play, are the first, the fourth, and the fifth notes within that scale. So here you can see that I have highlighted the first, fourth, and fifth notes and left everything else gray because you don't need to know those in order to keep up with the 12-bar blues. So let's look at an example over the key of A major. The key of A major has 7 notes, and in order they are A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, and G sharp. If we were to do a 12-bar blues in the key of A major, we would play the first, the fourth, and the fifth, which are A, D, and E. Now in the major key, all of those notes are going to be major chords. Here you can see chord charts for those 3 chords that we'll be playing: A major, D major, and E major. And for the sake of simplicity, those are open chords. Now, we've identified what chords we'll need to play. We just need to know when to play these chords. And we're going to shift to talk about the 12 bars in the 12-bar blues. So in this slide, you can see that we've illustrated 12 bars by having 12 numbered boxes. And keep in mind, each bar is going to have 4 beats. Now within each bar, I've placed a Roman numeral indicating which chord we're going to be playing. Now this is typical to use Roman numerals whenever you're speaking generically. So previously we used the key of A major as an example to determine which chords to play, and we're going to apply that here as well. But for the moment, I just want to emphasize that speaking generically, this pattern is going to be the same regardless of the key that you choose. For the first 4 bars, you're going to play the first chord. For the 5th bar and 6th bar, you're going to play the 4th chord. The 7th and 8th bar, you'll go back to the 1st chord. The 9th, you'll move up to the 5th chord. The 10th, you'll go down to the 4th chord. The 11th, you'll be back at the 1st, and then you'll finish it off at the 5th chord for the 12th bar. Once you've gotten the 12th bar wrapped up, you'll start right over again at bar number 1. Let's dive back into our example of the key of A major. We had previously identified which notes were the 1st, 4th, and 5th. If you don't remember, A was the 1st, D was the 4th, and E was the 5th. So here we've applied those notes over the bars, and you can see what to play. And just for the sake of completeness, we are also applying the chord charts over the bars here. So this is a very quick overview of the 12-bar blues structure. Right now we're going to take a look and see how it's played on the guitar.
Alright, so now I've got my guitar in hand and we're going to go through the 12-bar blues structure that we just learned. Keep in mind that each bar is going to be 4 beats. And as I play, I'm going to count out the beats as such. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, where the first number that I name is the number of the bar that we're currently at. So we'll end up counting through 12 bars, and as I play, I'll also put the chord chart for the chord that I'm playing on the screen so you can see that. Let's go ahead and get started. I'll count myself in, and then I'll start playing the A chord. Since this example is in the key of A, I'll start with the A chord on measure 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. 4, 2, 3, 4. 5, 2, 3, 4. 6, 2, 3, 4. 7, 2, 3, 4. 8, 2, 3, 4. 9, 2, 3, 4. 10, 2, 3, 4. 11, 2, 3, 4. 12, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And the 12-bar blues keeps going on and on. The chord progression remains the same. The only thing you have to keep in mind are, well, it's the number of the measure that you're currently on. That way you know when you have to change from one chord to the next.
Now that we've been introduced to the 12-bar blues structure, let's look at what you can do next in order to keep on getting better. Well, the first thing you can do, and no surprise here, would be to practice playing the 12-bar blues progression on repeat, ideally while counting out the beats and the measures as you play, just as I did in the video we just looked at. Second, you can try to determine which chords you would play if you were to do the 12-bar blues in the key of E major. In this video we used the key of A major as an example. However, you can apply the same tactics that we used in this video in order to determine how you would play the 12-bar blues in the key of E major. So keep in mind the first thing you want to do is determine which chords you'll play, and then you'll place those chords over the bars in the 12-bar blues progression. And last but not least, try playing the progression with different rhythms. In this video, we did nothing else but strum the guitar for a measure. You can start to play around with the strumming in order to come up with some fun and funky rhythms while following the 12-bar blues progression.